Hey everyone, my name's Chase and welcome to Chase Packs. Is the Pokemon market crashing? Is it correcting? Does anybody actually know what's happening? It does feel like things are getting a little bit better. Journey Together is easy to get your hands on nowadays, way better than Prismatic. So maybe it is correcting. Maybe it's a precursor for a crash. Who knows? I don't, just to be blunt right off the bat, I don't think it's a crash at all. I think it's a correction. But I'm going to bring you guys some information. We're going to look at the first 4 sets of Scarlet and Violet base, just because I don't want this video to be too long. So we're going to stay current. Again, we're going to look at some booster boxes. We're going to look at some of the top cards from those set. And by the end of the video, you guys can draw your conclusion on what you think this whole talk is on the internet, on X, on YouTube. Some people are freaking out, selling their whole collection. Some people aren't freaking out at all and selling nothing and just buying. I'm not selling. Let me know in the comments what you guys are doing though, because I know a lot of people are selling big collections right now. It could be frustration. It could be frustration with the hobby and how it's been for a while now. Impossible to get product. Everything's expensive. Everything's marked up on the secondary market. So that could be part of it. But again, we're going to look at Scarlet and Violet. We're going to look at the first 4 main sets. We're going to look at booster box prices and the cards. So I'll quit talking. Let's look at it. Almost forgot to record my screen. That would have been bad. Okay, Scarlet and Violet base set, booster box. Market price $189, hasn't changed in a while. This is a 3-month chart. It's up 32% in 3 months, but 1 month it's actually down, which is surprising because looking at booster boxes recently, I haven't really seen any down, but it's barely down, 0.14%, but it is down. Down from 192 April 7th to April 13th, 189. So it is down. Let's look at some of the cards here. We have Gardevoir, special illustration rare. Market price $49. In the last month, it is down 5.6%. So not a crazy amount down, but it is down. Let's look at 3 months. 3 months, it's even down, 3 months, it's down 2.8%. So even in a 3-month chart, this is down because within the last month is kind of when I've been hearing grumblings about people's concern with where the market's going. Is it crashing? Is it just a correction? Again, everybody's freaking out and some people aren't freaking out. So, but these, as we'll go through here, you'll see that a lot of these cards, if not all of them, are down over the next on the month chart. And some of them, like again, on the 3-month chart. So Ralts, it's an illustration rare, market price $31. On the month chart, it is down 10%. 3-month chart, it's up 13%. So do with that what you will. But it is down 10% on the month chart there. Beautiful card. I love these cards. Outside of the Gardevoir and the Ralts from Scarlet and Violet base, it's a fine set. I think, and a lot of people agree with this, this is the best base set box we've gotten in the last 2 eras. I think it's better than Sun and Moon, and I think it's better than Sword and Shield. So I hate to complain about it, but the 3 main cards, the 3 top cards from this are kind of all it has for me, in my opinion. Okay, let's look at the next one. Paldean Evolved, market price $227 on this booster box. 3-month chart, it's up 13%. 1-month chart, only up 1. So, I mean, that's definitely not crashing. It's obviously it's not crashing. It's leveling out though. It's leveling out. 8 items sold at $230 on April 6th, April 14th, 22 items sold at $226. So, down $4, but it's again, it's not skyrocketing like it was here in this in the end of March, middle of March to beginning of April. The actual price rise here isn't super significant. It's a $13 or $10 rise, but it is rising, and it was rising. This chart makes it look a lot more drastic than the actual price. But all right, let's look at the Iono special illustration rare. The 1-month chart, it is down pretty much 4%. So again, this is down again. But the 3-month chart, it's up 9%. But again, all these grumblings are happening in this next month. Cards are going down, people are worried. So down 3%, Practically 4% on the Iono here. Big boy card from Paldea Evolved is the illustration rare Magic Carp. This card was obviously insanely expensive. Still expensive. In my opinion, still insanely expensive for an illustration rare. $214. There was a lot of illustration rares in Paldea Evolved, which made it harder to pull this card than you think it would be to pull an illustration rare, which is probably part of the reason that it's as expensive as it is, but it is a phenomenal looking card. Just hard for me to bring myself to pay $214 for an illustration rare. So on the month chart, it is down 13%. 3-month chart, it's up 0.7. But you can see here, the beginning of March, 279. 12 items sold yesterday, 216. So it is drastically down. Drastically down. Awesome card though. All right, let's move on. Obsidian Flames. Market price for this booster box, $208. That's the 3-month chart, up 19%. 1-month chart up 5%. So, besides so far, out of Scarlet Violet base, Paldea Evolved, and Obsidian Flames, Scarlet Violet is the only one that's technically down over on the month chart. So this, again, on the 1-month chart, this up 5%. So I'm just surprised this box is $208. Maybe it's just because, well, obviously the market's insane and everybody just wants everything they can get their hands on right now, but there's not a lot of set value in Obsidian Flames. So this box costing, well, I'll get to it. Yeah, so okay, let's look at the cards from it. Charizard EX, special illustration rare, phenomenal looking card. On the 1-month, well, let's get the market price here, $60. On the 1-month chart, it is down 10%. So again, it's down. Wow. On the 3-month chart, it is down 28%. So that's the first card we've seen so far that's been down more on the 3-month chart than the 1-month chart. So, but this card, let's look at the 3-month chart, middle of January is $85 card. As in, yesterday, 20 items sold, $61. So big drop. Really nice card. A lot of these available. Look at that, 259. A lot of these available. This is one of the complaints with Obsidian Flames is you could just pull this card. The pull rates were nice back then. So, but yeah, again with the booster box, it's like it's old. Is that why? Is that why it's $208? Because some of these sets from Scarlet and Violet are, in my opinion, much better sets, and they're cheaper for the booster boxes. I mean, maybe they're more. People are scared of potential reprints. That would have to be my guess. Okay, let's look at the next card. From the Obsidian Flames is the Ninetales illustration rare, beautiful card. Market price $21. On the 1-month chart, this is down 15%. Let's look at the 3. I'm gonna imagine it's down 2. Yeah, down 2% on the 3-month chart. Back to the 1-month chart, down, like I said, 15%. So big drop on the Ninetales. If you guys remember, a lot of these illustration rares really went up quick, and then now they're correcting themselves. So I kind of spoiled the ending for my opinion on all this by saying that, but yeah, it's not a crash, it was a correction. A lot of these cards got to a price point where they probably shouldn't have been. So I think they're just correcting now. They came down from highs and they're getting right back to probably where they should be. Like an illustration, $21 illustration rare, that's probably right where this card should be, despite it being a gorgeous card though. All right, Paradox Rift booster box, market price $196. So this is what I'm talking about. The reason, somebody tell me why that the Obsidian Flames booster box is $208 and Paradox Rift is $196. Because I don't have the exact numbers on hand right now, but I can guarantee you Paradox Rift set value is more than Obsidian Flames set value. So yeah, it must be the fact that people are just nervous that Paradox Rift is going to be reprinted a lot more than Obsidian Flames. I know Obsidian Flames is older, not much older. Is it literally the next set? I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's literally the next set after Obsidian Flames, right? Yeah. So yeah, I just don't understand why this is cheaper than Obsidian Flames. I mean, again, it's not much more. Obsidian Flames is $208. This box is $196 market price. It's not that far off, but man, I'm just not buying Obsidian Flames over Paradox Rift when it comes to booster boxes. All right, cards. Groudon, market price, near mint, right? Yeah, I'm on near mint. Market price, $86. Awesome, awesome card. On the 1 month chart, it is down 12.8%. So it's moving down. 3 month chart though, it's up 13%. So, but again, you know, these cards they got to let's see the high point here, $104 into March. $104 into March. You know, as of today, one item sold $86. So pretty drastic drop. Pretty drastic drop for the Groudon, despite it being a really awesome card. Easily one of my favorite illustration rares of the entire era. Groudon, iconic Pokemon too, as well. I mean, so yeah, all these cards. Not one of these cards so far has been up on the month chart. Altaria, special illustration rare, Paradox Rift, market price $55 on the 1 month chart. It is down 14.6%. This card is absolutely gorgeous. I want this card. I was looking at this card when it was, you know, when was I looking at this card? Middle March. So what was it? Middle March. Yeah, March 18th, $65. I was hoping this card, it is a special illustration rare. So the fact that it's $55 is not shocking. I was kind of hoping this card, I made a short the other day. I picked up the Alakazam SIR from 151 for $45. And I'm like, how is this card not at least $65, $75? So this card being $55, you know, and it's everybody's opinion too, right? So somebody obviously could easily like Altaria more than Alakazam, and they could prefer the art better, but I think this card has room to go down. I think this card could easily be a $45 card or a $40 card. And in the long term, I think the Alakazam is going to be worth more than this card. So this card's sitting at 55, even though I do really enjoy the card, I don't think I want to pay $55 for this card. I think this card, like again, I think this card could easily get down to $40 after a little bit of time passing. So yeah, I'm not going to pick it up at 55 despite really liking the card, but it is coming down. So, but if you're looking to pick up this card, probably wouldn't hurt to wait. Probably wouldn't hurt to wait another month or so. But all right, guys, that wasn't a huge sample size. Again, that was the first 4 main sets from Scarlet and Violet. You know, takeaway from this video for me is that the booster boxes outside of Scarlet and Violet base on the 1 month chart, because remember, that's when we're talking about the last month, a lot of grumblings about the market and what's happening. And so looking at the 1 month chart on all these sealed booster boxes, none of them are down. They are not rising anymore drastically like they have been, but they're leveling out, you would say. So sealed product is not dropping, but these cards are dropping, right? So what's that mean? Does that mean it's a market crash? No, because if it was a market crash, then everything would be dropping, right? So a lot of these cards they got bought because everybody thought you could just buy cool cards and hold on to them for a month and you would make $20 or $50 or whatever it was. So, you know, I hate to say it, but a lot of these cards were manipulated. You guys remember looking at those charts and it'd be, you know, 6 sold, 6 sold, 6 sold, 80 sold, 6 sold, 6 sold, 6 sold, 40 sold. So it's just a correction. I think it's literally just a correction on the cards that were a little bit manipulated. And I think that's all it is. I don't think anybody should be freaking out about a crash anytime soon. Pokemon's got way too much cool stuff coming up. I don't think it's crashing at all. I think these cards are just correcting their own prices, right? So, and people are panicking because they're seeing these cards go down, and people who bought these cards, they're trying to get rid of them before they get too far down. So, you know, it's just that effect that it has on the price of these cards, and you know, it's a good time. It's a good time to be looking at the cards you want. Again, like I said, picked up a special illustration rare Alakazam from 151 for $45. It was in the mid 60s. When was that? The middle of March or the beginning of March when I was first looking at it. I didn't pick it up then. Honestly, I'd pay $75 for that card today. beautiful card. I think it's worth every penny of $45. I don't know why in the world that card is worth $45, but I'm getting on a tangent. Anyway, all right, guys, that's my opinion. You guys let me know down below, what do you think? Are you expecting this to get worse? Are you expecting Seal to start dropping? Are you expecting these cards to drop more? Are you expecting them to, you know, the next, you know, this month they're dropping, but you're expecting them to level out? Tell me about it. My opinion, again, guys, market's not crashing. This is just a card correction. I see nothing indicating that Pokemon's gonna crash at all, especially after seeing sealed product. Everybody's gobbling up all the sealed product. None of the sealed is trending down. So that's my opinion. But if you guys appreciated the video, leave it a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.